Hi everybody. Um, Welcome to my channel. It's been quite a while since I've done YouTube. I try to do as much as I can, but now that I have a little puppy who's, well, at the end of this month he'll be 3 months old, so he's a little guy. Um, he's been keeping me on my toes. He's like a little baby that always has to um, be with you. So he's basically a mommy's dog. So he's always around. Um, his name is Charlie, and he's a Chihuahua, a full-bred Chihuahua. Um, at first, when he first came to the house, he basically um, kept me awake all night. But now that he's getting older, he's sleeping through the night. So, but anyway, I'm here to take with you guys. So, um, actually, here, let's get him real quick. As you can see, this is Charlie. He's my baby. He's my little feisty little guy, though. But he's my baby. I'm gonna train him to be a service dog, and hopefully that goes well because Sunday will be his first training. So anyway, um, I'm gonna paint something with you guys. I'm gonna paint like flowers. I'm trying to figure out what kind of thing goes on black canvas. Now, obviously, I did paint my canvas black, so it has a black background. But not many colors go good on black background. So, what we're gonna do is, oh shoot, oh that one came out pretty weird. But I got this white color here, and of course I'm gonna use this brush. This is gonna be the inside of the flower. So I'm making those what dandelions, I guess you call them, yellow. Um, but I didn't know what else to paint today, so I'm just gonna paint flowers for now. And usually I would use something to keep my circles kind of straight, but like a lid or something. But it doesn't look half as bad. And flowers can be kind of tricky if you're not used to painting. Um, I make about 3 of them. So there's my 3 flowery things that go inside the flower. And of course, I was going to use yellow for the petals because I know the flower has yellow petals, the one I'm thinking of. So I'm going to use this beautiful bright yellow. These tubes don't have very much paint in them, so I kind of use it sparingly. So what I'll do is I'm still going to use the same brush, not change my brushes at all, and I'm going to make petals. I don't know why it's so hard. Let me see. I think you gotta wet the brush and then put it in. Some of my paint is kind of, I think the problem is it's getting dried up. And so it makes it kind of harder for the petals to come out. Never let your paint dry up. That's one mistake I made. Because um, these paints I bought a while ago, I mean, probably, I would say about 2 years ago, and they're starting to get kind of dried up. I mean, but I can use them. I just have to keep dumping my brush in water just so they can stay kind of dry. Or I can actually squirt the thing with water, but I don't have a squirt thing. I just have to keep putting the brush in water. If you hear my dogs barking, just ignore them because I got three dogs. And of course, one of them you've seen, Charlie, and the other two, Gino's my older dog. He's about 15 now. So when Charlie and the bigger dog plays, Gino gets really upset. So if you hear him barking, that's Gino. I'm trying to get him to the point where he needs to calm down and appreciate the little one, but I don't think that's going to happen because he's so old. He wants to be left alone. Anyway, I'm just painting these petals right now. At least yellow looks good on black because most paint wouldn't even come out on black. But yellow looks really good. I might have to change paint because this one's kind of dried out. I hate when paint gets dried out because then you gotta use a lot of water. It's just a mess. But I think it turned out pretty good considering. I'm just sorry about that. I'm just keep putting my paintbrush in water. Though I might use a different kind of yellow. Like maybe this color. This is a pretty yellow too. Well, that's my problem. I keep the lids from being closed, and this is what happens. They dry out again. No, this is a different shade of yellow, but it's still yellow. It's still pretty. I like yellow with to make the sun and everything. Um, it's just a. Let me see if I can find a different paintbrush that can actually paint petals. How about this one? With painting, you gotta learn patience. That's with any kind of painting you do, whether it's paper, canvas. You just gotta be really patient with it. And me, I'm kind of getting used to being patient with my paintings. Um, Now I'm doing this on a big canvas. I don't know what size canvas it is, but you can certainly use any size of canvas you want. You don't have to necessarily use the same canvas as I do. But sometimes I will paint with an 8x10 canvas for you guys. But since I've already covered my last painting on here, I ended up painting on this one. I painted a wolf, but it didn't turn out very well. So I just made the whole canvas black. Now you can do that if you mess up on the painting. You can always paint the whole canvas a different color, like white. Will cover the painting, or black. Which I was going to use white at first. Then I'm like, nah. I hope you guys can see this. Trying to show you guys what I'm doing. Right now I'm using yellow. This kind of yellow. I have like, there's all kinds of different yellows. Yellows are pretty no matter what kind they are. Excuse me. I've been coughing and sneezing all day. Actually, I've been coughing more than sneezing, but I don't know what's the cause of that. But anyway, you can use whatever size of canvas you want. Like I said, I usually use 8x10 when I'm on YouTube, but today I'm using this big one. I don't even know what size this one is, but it's pretty big. And I love to paint flowers. Flowers are one of my favorite besides landscapes. I do landscapes too. The other day I did, I think it was a waterfall and a staircase. Which ended up really pretty. And so, yeah, there's my flowers. Now what you want to do, you might do yellow on this one. Different kind of yellow. See, I don't really prefer black canvases. I don't know why I painted this black, because it just, I mean, it shows, the yellow does show through. But sometimes I really don't like to use black canvas. I know they have black canvases that they sell in some places, but I never buy a black canvas. I always end up buying a white canvas, and then that way I can use different colors. Because black, you gotta use certain colors to make it show through. Like, for instance, yellow will basically show through on the black. Like that, see? I'm gonna have to redo those because it seems like the yellow is fading a little bit. Yeah, some of these colors will fade on the black canvas, unfortunately. But that means it does that. You just paint over it again and hopefully it'll show. This basically is um, a flowers of Ukraine, because they're in a war right now. So I'm just making flowers for that. Like I said, my dog. If you hear my dogs barking, just ignore it, because the old one gets mad. And now that looks pretty now. How it just goes right in. My old dog is just getting really. He gets mad about everything. He's hard to please anymore. really hard. It's kind of sad because he's used to be the only dog for so long. Then I bring home a new dog again. So, but like I said, Charlie is going to be just my service dog. So that's basically why I got him. Because I need a service dog. So now what I'm going to do, I'm still going to use yellow. So I'm going to do the last flower petal. What I might do is I might try orange. Like on the outside, like the highlight, orange highlights. I really don't know how many petals dandelions have, but or is it? I think it's sunflowers, not dandelions, because I think yeah, sunflowers. I really don't know how many petals sunflowers have, but I'm just gonna make them like this. What you want to do, make that round like this. There we go. And now do orange, kind of a orange kind of highlight. And how I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna take a little brush, little bitty brush, and just kind of go on the edge here. See how I do that? I kind of barely put on my brush. I don't tap it real hard because I don't want a big highlight. Uh, the paint is still wet, so it's gonna like kind of blend a little bit to the yellow. But that's okay. Makes it look cool. Unique. All my paintings that I do is very unique. None of them are the same. Yeah, that looks cool. Not many people use orange to highlight for the flower, but it doesn't matter what you use. I mean, it's just highlights. Like when you do hair, people see some people highlight their hair. You can highlight red, pink, whatever. Charlie's back in here. None of my dogs are supposed to be in my art room, but Charlie, as long as he behaves. Hey, no, Charlie. Charlie, hey. Just took off with something. I don't even know what it was. Charlie. My little puppy's a little feisty, but hopefully with the training, hopefully he'll kind of settle down a little bit more. That looks kind of pretty. Doing the orange highlights. It's really pretty. Kind of makes the flower look really unique. If you do it different than other people, makes the flower look really unique. Who wants the same flower, you know? Really, who wants the same everything? I always like to make my paintings look unique in every way. And now I'm going to do the white. Oops. Just a little bit of white on the edges here. I swear my dog, Gino's not happy at all. Well, he's going to have to get used to it. Charlie, what are you doing with my stuff? No. You know, puppies are like children. They do everything. Hey! No! 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 Get! He's not supposed to be in here. Get! Alright. Sorry about that, guys. I just don't want any of my dogs in here because there's a lot of paint around and I don't want to. Hey! Get out of here! Get out! Get out! Too bad I can't lock this door somehow. Oh, well. We'll have to. No! Get! He tries to come in so bad. He does too. He'll push that door open and come right in like he's invited. And he's chasing out, but I don't want him to get hurt. Okay? And what I'm going to do is just kind of put I'm so glad I could paint with you guys today because every day, I mean, to me, painting is a new experience again when I haven't done it for a while. It's like learning again, and it's kind of a whole new thing again. I mean, I can still paint fairly good. I was trying to paint one time um, on Facebook. I had a event coming, and nobody really watched. I mean, of course, nobody watches me on YouTube either. Um, but I mean, on YouTube, I think you can watch anytime you want. But it's on there all the time. But um, Facebook, I don't know if you still can or not. But that was the first time I actually used Facebook events. And of course, it didn't go very well. So I might try again, but then I might not. I don't know yet. I know I'm not much of a person to give up on things. But yeah, I'll try on weekends or when people are home. On YouTube, I just go whenever. I don't even wait for the weekend or whatever. So now, I'm gonna put brown here. Do something different again. With little detailed stuff, you might want to use a small brush. Because if you use too big a brush, it's gonna ruin your paint. What I'm doing is I'm just gonna make little streaks. Actually, I can kind of color the inside of this. Not all the way around, but just enough to make it look real. I know some paintings, some people that paint, they make their whole painting look real. And of course, none of my paintings look that real, but I enjoy it. I enjoy doing it anyway. And then make it like little streaks. Never, also, never be afraid to make a mistake, people, because everybody makes mistakes in their life, and it's normal. I mean, I make a lot of mistakes too. I used to cry about it, whine about it, but what good does that do? It just makes it worse. So now I make stems. I'm making my stems orange instead of green. I just think it's better. I know stems are usually green, but who says they have to be green? Then I'm going to make a leaf, long leaf. I don't know, color this whole. I'm just going to color this whole inside brown because I don't know if I could. I swear my dog, the older dog gets, I mean, he usually gets to the point where he gets upset and he tries to snap at my little dog, but hopefully I don't think he hurts him or nothing. He just snaps at him. Sometimes it worries me, but I don't, I don't know. Gee, whatever. I don't know. It's hard. Sometimes that dog I just don't really trust that much anymore. Now I'm just kind of making highlights with a different yellow. You know how people use highlights to um, for their pictures? Well, I'm using highlights right now for my flowers. Usually I will use highlights and usually I won't. But this time I am because it makes it look neat. See how cool that looks? Looks pretty cool. Highlights make it look really intense. And one thing I try not to do is I try not to waste too much paint either. I use paint usually sparingly. If I put too much paint here, I try to use it all. I only got 4 brushes I'm using, and so go through this again. I actually enjoy painting flowers a lot more than I did. Before I painted flowers the first time, I was really discouraged because it didn't come out very well. It was just like nightmare. But I paint all these things. I paint flowers, all these beautiful things. And when you paint, also try to wear an apron too, because if you don't, you'll get acrylic all over your clothes, and it just won't come out. Acrylic doesn't come out clothes like it does with anything else. Now, instead of adding more orange, I'm just gonna kind of blend it in a little bit, make it look. I usually don't even do this. I just let it go. In order to blend it in like that, you gotta kind of add more to your brush and just kind of scrape it in. Yeah, I used orange because I like orange and yellow. So such pretty. I like all kinds of colors actually, but orange and yellow are pretty much my colors. So, um, yeah. Let's see what else do I need to do? Add a little bit more brown. Now, one flower that's really challenging to paint is a rose. Now, I'm still learning how to paint a rose because I look on line, see how to draw a rose, or you can look online to know how to draw anything. It doesn't have to be a rose. It can be a flower. It can be a bunny. Be anything. That's one thing I was gonna show you guys too is how to paint a bunny. But I figure this is pretty easy right now. Now see how the orange kind of fades into the black. That's when you take the orange again and darken it up. It'll darken up. Because some of this paint is just, I guess you call it translucent, lucent. See how that kind of fades after a while. Some of this paint will fade into the black after a while when it actually dries. So hopefully this yellow will stay bright like this. Because if it darkens again, I'll have to repaint it again. Paint the yellow petals. But so far it's been standing up pretty good. So, um, anyway, I don't know if I have anything. Let me do the white stuff again. That just makes that. I'm just making it kind of make the background kind of white color. Because I don't like to waste paint, like I said. So I just kind of scrape it. Yeah, I've had better paintings probably, but this is not really the best one I have. But it's flowers. I mean, what can go wrong with flowers? But I'm hoping everybody likes painting and paints flowers after they watch mine. So just enjoy it and everybody have a good day. I'm done for now. Please, if you will, please subscribe to my channel and watch the video. Enjoy. Thanks for watching. Bye.